All right, so this is the training video on how to enter bills into the ERP. So we're going to have 3 examples of how we're going to do it, and they're all a little different. So let's get started. So we go into payables, right? You guys have this screen. This screen is going to look a little different because it's ours, but you guys, I assure you, you do have the payable screen, or this one that I'm clicked on. You're going to see 5 tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're kind of self-explanatory what they are. But to create a new bill, you're going to go to unpaid bills.
But you're also going to purchase orders duplicated.
And you create new. But you're probably going to want to duplicate this page. I'll tell you why in a second. So I'm just going to click here, right click, duplicate. And I'm going to put it on my other screen. You guys can't see it, but it's there and it defaults on purchase orders. It's going to help us in a second. So we go unpaid bills, new, and this is what the screen looks like. So I have a new bill. This is one of the ones you guys have as well. And it is Central Transport right here. So you'll have 2 screens and you'll be able to look side by side. But for this example, I chose this one for a reason because it does not have an invoice number. It's a little confusing when you look at this. You see this pro number here, this original invoice. Is that the invoice number? I don't think so because it's got the pro number. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Kind of looks where it should be, but you can't find it anywhere else. There's nowhere else where there's an invoice number. So what you do when you've got something like this, especially for these guys, a lot of the freight guys kind of do this. We do their pro number. And let me show you how you would know that if I didn't tell you. So we're going to go back to this page. We're going to close this just for a second, or you can minimize it. Let's just minimize it. You're going to go back to purchase orders, or you could go on the other screen, but just for the sake, we'll go on this one. And you can go type in right here, right or left click here, contains Central. You can put transport the whole thing if you want, but you'll see it here. Oh, I'm actually sorry. This is the PO. Hold on. You go back to all bills. Excuse me. You go to all bills. You hit Central here. And you can see. You can look here. You can see it just on this screen. If you want to click it open, that's fine. And it gives you the bill. But you could see the similarities here. If you see there's 3 numbers, a dash, a bunch of numbers, and then 1 number. If you look back here at Central Transport and pull it over, you can see the same kind of sequence. So now you know this is the invoice number. All right, so I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put this on another screen. You can't see it, but I'm going to enter this bill. So 149-867-309-0. All right, so now we've got the vendor bill number in. Now, looking back at this is another thing, and this is why this is such a good one to focus on, because this has a few things wrong with it, or a few hurdles. One is there's not even a reference number to a PO. So I'm looking through here. Is there any PO numbers? I see a bill of lading number here, kind of. I see a place where there should be a PO number, which is right here. But there's nothing there. It's blank. I keep looking. I'll save us all some time. There is no PO number here, right? So what we do is we go back here, we minimize this, and now we do go to purchase orders. So we're going to go to vendor. We're going to go Central Transport. And we're going to look at the date of this bill. So this bill was sent 9/8, right? You see where the invoice is. But if you look around here, you can also see 9/3. I believe it was signed for on 9/3 too as well.
No,
9/7. But this is a date. You got to look around on this one, to be honest. But I see a date of 9/3. I see a number 294, and I look over here and I see a 99-294. Okay, well, that's the exact number. I see 296. So it could be either one of these. Another way the most obvious way is look where it's going to. It's going to Cowstone, Obita Way, Gilroy. So we're going to look over here. Okay, this is not it. This is shipping to Veritiv, so wrong answer. We're going to go here to the one underneath it. Bingo. Calstone, Abba Way, and this is the one. Oh, excuse me.
Do tell them you have to drop the tab down.
So
Because it's closed, you have to open it.
you can see it here. This is the one, and this is the PO number 7388. So we're going to go back to the bill. Minimize this just for a second because we'll have to go back to it. And you see the purchase order number is 7388. Bingo. It pulls it up for you.
Change the bill date.
We've got to change the bill date. This is really important as well. We have to change the bill date to say the same date that they're billing us for, which is right here, the invoice date, 9/8. So we know the terms start. And then you go in here and you hit 9/8. All right. So there's a few other discrepancies you guys might come up with that's important. Terms, right? Terms say net 30. The terms always default. Never touch them. Don't touch the terms. Don't touch them in QuickBooks. Just leave the terms as is. If you look on the central bill, they want it due upon receipt. We don't pay them on that. It's never been agreed. We always do net 30. So leave the terms default. Okay? Another thing that's a little weird about this one's got everything weird, it seems like. The price doesn't match up. You see 296 right here? If you look at their invoice, it shows, it shows 294. It's $2 less. Put it in. It's fine. There's going to be lots of discrepancies in the POs. We're going with just put them in, right? Whatever the amount is, put them in. Crown Paper will check them when we pay them. So, looks good. We got to change the price on here to 294.22.
Change the quantity.
We have to change the quantity to 1. The quantity always defaults at 0. Save and close.
Make sure that the price matches again.
Let's look at the price. Double check the price. Does it match? It does. 294, and
See, this is check.
this is all good. We have just created our first bill. Unfortunately, with this, and you can leave it here. Just leave it here. Unfortunately, with these central transport guys, and actually all the guys, sometimes these freight companies will bill you twice. I know you guys have QuickBooks, and even our system has a vendor bill number specifically that can't be duplicated. The problem is with these guys is they're tricky. I don't think they're trying to steal from you or anything, but they do send the same invoice with a different bill number, which I know sounds really bad, but it's common in the industry. So they'll try to get you to pay for the same thing twice. So you got to be really careful. We've been stung a few times on it. So how we get around it and know not to do it, we go back to the PO, which is here. I actually have it up here already, but I'm going to just show you. Well, I'll click it down. You go back to this PO, 7388. If it's not received, you'll see it here. Sometimes this doesn't come up. Sometimes it'll look like, I just want to show you real quick. It's not doing it now, but sometimes it doesn't show up. It just shows up. You won't see this tab on top. Let me see if I can get it to do that, just so you can have a reference. Where's it? Right there? Okay.
Oh, no, that was.
No, 7388. It's this one. It's not doing it. But anyway, sometimes this top tab doesn't come up. If it doesn't,
I do know that.
you can hit received. But yeah, this is the one, Calstone. We always want to put the invoice number in here. So this and the vendor bill, the vendor bill number in here does two things for us. It knows that we've paid it, or it knows that we put the bill in against it, and we know that they can't use this bill to invoice again for the same thing. So, I'm sorry, this PO to invoices for the second time. We click received or close in this part. You hit closed always, and submit it, and you're done. So, really funky bill, the central transport one is, but there's other ones like this too. Key takeaways is that it's going to be challenging. Put it in no matter what. We're going to double check the money, so don't really go crazy. Just put the money that's on the bill, and we'll double check it. If you ever get super stumped, you can just email us or call us. But as a rule, just put the bill in as is, and we'll catch it on our side. All right, so that's it for this video.